I'd like to start with an observation about recent crises, because whether it's the cost of living crisis, as Rachel has said, or recovering from the pandemic, our economy is weaker than our competitors, less resilient, brittle, and ultimately we're all poorer for it. That's why I'm clear. Labour will fight the next election on economic growth. There is no task more central to my ambitions for Britain than making the country and its people better off. Now, tonight I think you'll hear two other candidates for Prime Minister who will also define the choice for their party to be about the economy and about growth. But what a choice it is. In one corner you have Rishi Sunak, the architect of the cost of living crisis. In the other you have Liz Truss, the latest graduate from the School of Magic Money Tree Economics. Neither of them has the answers to the economic challenges that we face. And who can be surprised? Under their watch, the average British family is £8,800 poorer than their equivalents in advanced economies. Now, that's not just a failure of policy. It's a failure of philosophy. And their leadership contest is not going to change that. Because both Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss rage against the dying of the Thatcherite light. They don't understand economic strength in the 21st century needs partnership. They don't believe you need state and market, business and worker, the everyday economy and the technological frontier, all contributing together if you want strong, secure and fair growth. I'm under no such illusions. Thank you. Rebooting our economy is the way we will define our task in government. And it will ask searching questions of my party and our instincts. We can't be like the Tories, clinging to the old ideas, trapped in our history. To give Britain the fresh start it needs, we need a new approach. My goal is straightforward: to maximise the contribution we all make to national prosperity. Every business, every person, every community. Now, it sounds simple, but in reality, we've failed to do this for decades. The best of British business is the best in the world, but we've geared our whole economy to delivering only for those firms. And we've been complacent about the number of jobs created which are low pay and insecure, when insecurity stops people getting on. And too few communities feel the benefit of the wealth that we create, which makes people feel that hard work is not rewarded. Now, in a nutshell, we draw our economic strength from too few places. And like a skyscraper built without foundations, that ultimately leaves us weak. And if you want evidence of this, look no further than the cost of living crisis. Everywhere I go, I hear the same stories. People scared about the future, worried that when winter comes, they'll face horrible choices about what to spend their money on. Pensioners who can't afford to turn on the heating. Families cutting back on what they buy their children. But there's one thing I hear time and time again that worries me more than anything else. And that is working people telling me hard work doesn't pay. That they're working harder and harder just to stand still. Now, that alarms me for two reasons. First, because I've been lucky enough to take a journey in my life from a working class family to head of the Crown Prosecution Service. And my fear is an economy so racked by low growth and insecurity means people from my background can't get on. Second, because, honestly, what does it say about the state of Britain when working people feel that hard work doesn't pay. What does it say about the health of our country? The health even of our democracy? It says an unwritten contract is broken. A contract that says in return for hard work, you get a fair reward. That you don't have to feel insecure about your prospects. That your contribution is respected. It's a two-way thing. A strong national economy needs everyone making the best contribution that they can, whatever their circumstances, wherever they live. But in exchange, we must make sure the contribution working people make to that national effort is fairly rewarded, that hard work does pay, that their effort is respected, that they enjoy the security they need to get on. To do all that, we need three things: growth, growth, growth.